Welcome, everyone, and thank you for being here. As you know, my name is Ayla Nova, and it is truly an honor to share this day with you, December 1st, which also marks the new moon. And with the new moon, we're bringing in new inspiration and new ideas. And I wanted to bring you on today to share about rest and restore. But before we get started, I just wanted to see who's all with us. So if you want to maybe mention in the comments where you're tuning in from, and maybe what you are going to be calling in for the new moon. That would be lovely to see as well. And the primary reason that I wanted to offer all of you this rest and restore, which I'm going to dive into more of the details with you very shortly here, is because we're moving into the holidays. I know that I've taken a little bit of a hiatus since I started creating the Peace and Rest program. And this Peace and Rest program has really been such a beautiful process of taking all of the teachings and all of the experiences that I've gained through my journey with overcoming cancer, my TBI, traumatic brain injury, and going into the holidays also can bring up a lot of emotions. And so I wanted to take a little piece of what I've been offering to all of you through the Yoga Nidra and Beyond channel, something that you can use within the holidays. So I'm just going to first say hi to Wade. Thank you for joining. And Joan, Nancy, lovely to have you here. Sheila, so happy you're here as well. Malin, Jeff. Oh, hi, Jeff. Tracy, beautiful. Some of you are already here, have joined from the Peace and Rest program. And now I am going to share with you essentially what we're going to be doing over the 10 days through the Rest and Restore. So in the Rest and Restore, this is going to be a 10-day journey where we will be going into a Yoga Nidra class practice that will only be about 20 minutes long. And as you might know, going into the holidays, we just came out of Black Friday. It can be really chaotic. It can be this mad dash kind of energy that things need to be done now and right now. What that can bring up is a reaction within our nervous system. And as we progress closer to the holidays, that can just begin to amplify as well. So this might lead to, the problem of going back into a space where you're meeting with personalities that, you were raised around, and maybe you don't have a lot of connections with that person anymore, that part of the family. And so it can bring up a lot. And we don't want to pull a Clark Griswold and, maybe get a monologue of outbursts or, overstimulation and start losing our mind during the holidays. So what we really want to do is discover more peace. And if you are on a path to creating more peace with yourself, then being around family during the holidays is one of the true testaments of whether you've really influenced or implemented some of those practices. The other side of it is that, it can also be a challenging time because around the holidays, we also recognize the element of loss, of grieving, because there are people that may not be able to join us. There might be pets that might not be able to join us. And this can really begin to weigh and feel heavy. So what I want to offer to you as a gift during the holidays is this 10 days of rest and restore, where in between it all, in between, making the dinner, making the lists and getting the gifts and doing all of that, this can be a chance for us to really check in with ourselves. And really the solution or the answer to showing up as the best version of ourselves during the holidays is going to be one, which is self-awareness. Building on a mindfulness practice is going to really allow us to witness our experience rather than becoming a product of our experience. And when you are practicing yoga nidra, as we're going to dive into shortly, you are building up this skill set essentially to witness and allow an unfolding of your experiences. And the other aspect of it is discipline. And now I'm not talking about the kind of discipline that you would get if you made the lumpy gravy. I'm talking about the kind of discipline of actually showing up for yourself. And I know a lot of the yoga nidra sessions that I offer are between 30 minutes to over an hour. And when life gets busy, sometimes and most times, the thing that goes to the wayside is our self care. Does anybody relate to that? Do they feel like when things get busy, the last item on the list is taking care of yourself? Hi, Jason. Hi, Stephanie, Liv, Val. Yeah, you can share in the comments if you feel like one of the things that falls to the wayside is yourself during those busy times. And I think this reminds us all that we're not the only person to do that. We're not the only people that are doing that. And so when we are practicing yoga nidra in this 10-day series, these sessions are only going to be 20 minutes. So this will give you an opportunity. You can maybe do one or two throughout the day and use this as an opportunity to recognize when maybe you need to top up the gas tank. Maybe you need to fill yourself up with some loving awareness or joy. And when we practice this self-awareness, this is an opportunity for us to really come back to our center, because there are going to be things that are going to knock us off over the holiday season. This is something I know for myself will happen. And so through this 10 days, we're going to build up our self-awareness. We're going to create discipline and be able to commit to making these 10 days, allotting that 20 minutes to ourselves each day. And the other aspect of it is what is missing when we're going through all of that is the element of community. You know, we want to do all of this internal reflection, but if we don't actually have an environment where we can practice these things, where we can share what's coming up for us, where we can celebrate the things that we're uncovering, then this just becomes another element of isolation. And I wanted to really extend to all of you an opportunity to create community. So I'll share this at the end of the Yoga Nidra practice that we're going to do together. So please stay till the end, as I have a special announcement for all of you. And for those of you that are tuning in now, I really encourage you to find somewhere comfortable. Now, this is going to be a short Yoga Nidra or NSDR, non-sleep deep rest practice. And the intention behind this is just to help us have a little taster of what to expect over these 10 days. So if you're new to the practice, you're just going to want to lay down somewhere or rest comfortably in perhaps a recliner or maybe in your bed. Know that if you do practice this in your bed, you might drift off to sleep. And in some cases, that's great. And of course, you'll still receive the benefits of this practice. So find yourself somewhere comfortable to lie down. And in the meantime, I'll just have a look here. Yes. Federico, nice to have you here. Not sure if I said your name right. Christine. Hi. Mete. Beautiful. Okay, welcome everyone. And so if you're just tuning into this live now, we're going to do a short yoga nidra practice. And as mentioned, you'll want to lay down somewhere where you can have your spine in alignment. So this is going to feel different for everyone, but ensuring that your neck and your back are as aligned as feels comfortable within your body. And then if you are seated, then you'll want to have your feet maybe touching the ground. But I encourage you to lay down. Really use this opportunity to take rest. We're going to really practice allowing rest to be something that we don't give ourselves as a reward, but something we automatically revert to so that we can rest and relax throughout the holiday season and beyond, into the new year, as well as into um, into those moments where we really need to check in with ourselves. So find yourself somewhere comfortable. I think you have probably been given enough time now. And you're going to lay down. Feel your palms open up skyward. And this is just a way to open yourself into a receiving. Now, for some of us, that can feel really vulnerable. And so if you feel very vulnerable with the palms open, you can place one over the heart or over the belly. And this can bring a nice sense of internal awareness around creating a safe space for yourself. Now, before you close your eyes, I want you to just take a look around the room that you're lying in and just notice the shapes and the colors and the surroundings. And really settle into this knowing that you are cultivating a practice in a space where you feel comfortable. And then once you have had a chance to scan the room from left to right and right to left, then I invite you, if you feel comfortable doing so, to close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, you'll notice that automatically you start to move a little bit further inward. Perhaps the conversation within your mind gets a little louder. But we're going to allow ourselves to connect first with our body here, feeling the surface below us, and then become aware of the breath. And before we begin diving into this Nidra NSDR, I invite you to take a deep inhale in through the nose. And as you exhale, let it drop out of the mouth. And take another cleansing inhale deep in through the nose. And exhale, let it fall out through the mouth. And for this short, guided practice, I invite you and encourage you to make a commitment to yourself to remain as still as you can. If you notice any sensations bubbling up to the surface, any experiences coming up for you, see if you can rest into the seat of the observer and just witness them unfold. If you feel that your cheek gets itchy or your nose gets itchy, just notice the sensation of that experience before you make any moves or shifts to change it. Just notice your environment before you react to it. Just observing everything and remaining completely still. So keeping your eyes closed if you're there, we're going to begin to dive into the practice. And the practice begins now. Feeling your bones resting onto the surface beneath you. And feeling your energy moving in and out as you breathe. And rather than trying to change your breath in any way, just observe it naturally moving in and out through the body. And if moving this awareness to the energy of your breath automatically shifts it, that's okay. Observe your breath moving in and observe your breath moving out. And begin to connect now to your senses. Through your vision, you saw that you created a safe and secure place for you to practice. And through your senses, you can feel the comfort of the earth beneath you. Perhaps how the clothes and the air rest on your skin. Noticing the lightness and the heaviness of this moment. And then maybe even noticing the taste of this moment. Leading you to the aroma of the moment. And extending your awareness to the sounds of this moment. Allowing for the sounds of this moment to ebb and flow in and out of your awareness. Noticing the distance of the furthest sound. And then allowing for your awareness to creep closer and closer towards your ears until eventually your awareness travels inward, where perhaps you can hear the sound of your breathing. You may notice the beat of your heart. And between the space outside of yourself and the one within, begin to harmonize both of these experiences, the outer and inner world, bringing them together as one felt experience. And as your awareness draws to the seat of your heart, notice what brought you to this exact moment. What is resting on your heart? And if it is unclear, that is all right. Just allow for the felt experience of connecting to yourself to illuminate the heart space. And from this illumination, it begins to rise to the space of the mind's eye, seated just between the brows, within the space of the mind. And in this moment, declare something that you deeply desire from the space of the heart. You can use an I am declaration to self that resonates deeply. It must be positive, present tense, and concise. Consider I am restful. I am at ease. I am at peace. Or simply, I am. And repeat this declaration to self now 3 times. Know that the vibration of these words can be released, extending out from the mind and the heart. And trust that they will be returned to you at the closing of your practice. And connect now back to your body, beginning with your right thumb. Awareness landing onto the right thumb. Awareness extending out through your fingertips as you experience your whole right hand. Noticing the sensations in your right palm, the back of the hand, extending all the way up to your right shoulder. Moving towards the pit of the throat. And then to the center of your chest. Shifting down towards the navel. An orb of awareness at your navel. An awareness below the navel. Aware of the midline of your body. Descending towards your right hip. Your right hip. Your right hip. Along your right leg. To your right foot. And out through your toes. Aware of the space between your right leg and your right arm. Becoming aware of the whole right side of your body. Rotating your awareness now to your left hand thumb. And extend this out through your left fingertips. Traveling up your left arm as you experience the palm of your hand. Feel that awareness travel up your left arm, landing at your shoulder, in the pit of the throat. In the center of the chest. The navel. An orb of awareness at your navel. And the space just below the navel. Descend your awareness to your left hip. Left hip. Left hip. Moving towards your left leg. past your knee and your shin. Melting all the way into your left foot. This attention expands out of your toes. So you become aware of your whole left foot, your left leg and torso and hand, sensing the space between your left hand and your left arm. Experiencing your whole left side. And now becoming aware again of the whole right side. And sensing the space between the right leg and the left leg. And expanding this awareness from all the spaces between your limbs. Rising up towards the space between your arms and your head. Your arms and your head. Sensing your shoulders, your neck, the back of your head. Your forehead, eyebrows and eyelids, cheekbones and jawline, and both lips, both nostrils. Sensing your head, your neck, your shoulders, both arms, and the front of the torso, and the back of the torso, along your spine, all the way to your tailbone. Awareness extends from your torso through to your arms and your hands, your legs and your feet. Aware of your body and the space between. And connect now to your breath. Feel your breath without changing it. Breathe into all of these spaces. The space within and the space around you. As you inhale, feel as though there's an orb of sensation at your navel, expanding out to all of your limbs. And as you exhale, this awareness draws back to the navel. And as you inhale, expands out all the way to your fingertips, toes, crown of your head. Without changing your breath, observe this movement of energy out as you inhale and in as you exhale. Notice the clearing element of your breath, cleansing out your energy with this orb of sensation, resting at your core. Follow the brightness of this light, expanding as you inhale and moving inward as you exhale. Now begin to release this observation and travel this awareness from the navel to the heart. Notice the energy of your heart while simultaneously noticing the lightness in your body and the heaviness in your body. Connecting to the lightness of this moment. Seeing if you can locate the lightness within your heart. Now connect to the heaviness in the body. And allow for the lightness and the heaviness to balance at the space of the heart. Ascend this equanimity, this neutrality towards the space between the brows, space of the mind. And connect again with the space of the mind. And from that space, allow for any visuals, lights, colors, and messages to be clear. Allowing any colors, patterns, and images to emerge as you experience yourself in this moment. And release what may be present, letting go of any judgment or anything that you may be clinging on to. And allow for this space within the mind to be washed away of any residual experience you may be holding on to. Allowing for a clear, crystal space within the mind. And from that space, call in your sankalpa, your intention, your heartfelt desire. And declare it now with the same conviction as you did at the beginning of your practice. Returning the vibration of these words to your mind, heart, and body. Repeat them now 3 times. Know that in this moment and beyond, these words are already true. Truer in this moment than ever before. And allow for this truth to begin to unfold in your waking day. Gently return from this space by noticing your body within the space of the room. And take an inhale to notice your breath softly begin to deepen. Becoming aware of the air, how it rests on your skin. Peace, how it is placed on your face. And connecting with your heart, knowing it is filled with life, love, and acceptance. You are loved just as you are. The practice is complete. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat. Take a deep inhale all the way from the root of your feet to the crown of your head. Exhale, let it go. And begin to bring a little bit of life back into your hands, fluttering the fingers, fluttering the toes, and lightly blinking the eyes open. And as you come back, I just want to give you a couple of moments to bring yourself back into the room, back into the space. And there was a great number of us practicing this beautiful practice together. And there's something really incredible about practicing Yoga Nidra in community and having this as a shared experience amongst us all. I feel as though this just amplifies the healing energy of it. And, you know, for those of you that have followed along in my journey, it was practices like this that really helped to discover peace in those challenging moments. And so as we go through this holiday, I really am looking forward to resting and restoring our nervous systems as a collective, allowing us to really access this space within ourself that gives us an insight to what true peace really is. And I am going to be opening up a Nova Nidra community where we can practice Yoga Nidra together. We will be going through this 10-day rest and restore in this community space. And since we are going to be focusing on building our self-awareness, creating more discipline in the realm of self-care and self-love for ourselves so we can show up for other and service for other. And I am going to offer this to all of you. So for anyone who is interested in going through this 10 days of rest and restore as community, please go to aylanova.com. And when you subscribe to the newsletter, you will get your invitation to this free virtual space where we can practice together and hold ourselves accountable through that space to show up for ourselves. So I really am looking forward to having you in there. I see some faces, or sorry, some names in this group that are already planning on joining or already are in that virtual space. So I look forward to us all warmly welcoming you all into the Nova Nidra community and exploring where this practice can truly take us in the realm of creating deep rest. And thank you to those who have left a donation for today's practice. That means the world to me. And also, I wanted to remind you all that in YouTube fashion, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I know that myself, I just subscribed to someone the other day that I'd been following for months and didn't even realize I wasn't a subscriber. And also, make sure to like this video. And if you think that there's someone in your circle that would be interested in joining the Nova Nidra community, then I encourage you to send them this video so they can get a little taster of what NSDR, non-sleep deep rest, and Yoga Nidra is. And we can all begin to share this practice together. Thank you so much. And I look forward to having you in there. And for those of you that are already subscribed, make sure to check your inbox. You should have an invitation already in there. Thank you again. And I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. I really enjoyed connecting with all of you. So we'll see you on the other side. Rest well, everyone.